to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Colorado State Rams. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rams will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Perry. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Big fullback's got it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
The give to the fullback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
And the big fella, you know, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, you know, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
Handoff to the fullback. Across the 25, he's got room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal, you don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. The hand to the running back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And more yards after contact. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Colorado State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Have a day. We're in the first quarter, and already he's over 100 yards receiving.
This is ridiculous. Obviously, this coaching staff, they made a concerted effort and decision to get this guy involved in the game on offense early. They are doing exactly that.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To give to the big fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and here.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction. It just always changes.
Give to the big fullback. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
and you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for them.
They'll line up for a second down play. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. Sticks it in his belly. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the play on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On the return, it's Brown. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. To the ground to try to move the chains. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And the Rams are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They go to the ground. And the Rams get enough for the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception. But there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
The Rams have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's got the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Washington State answered the bell away from Pullman today with an impressive victory. The Cougars knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head on. Generally the mark of a really good team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. On the move at the 30. Running toward the tape. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on 1st down from the 43. Motion from the offense. Give to the fullback. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think in today's era of college football, we get enamored with the jet sweep. It's exciting. You're getting this wide receiver involved in the run game, but sometimes it's just better to go old school. Just run the football conventionally.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the 2nd half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They have this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious. And
ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
That is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Give to the fullback. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. They'll go to the fullback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Run it with the fullback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up?
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah, no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the left side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. All kinds of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Rams have their offense in high gear. They'll put the tight end in motion. Handoff to the lone back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Big fullback's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
The give to the fullback. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that 1st down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Handoff to the fullback. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
After the whistle, it's 1st and 5 for this offense. The give to the big fullback. He breaks a tackle. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's got it inside the 25. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Steps away to find some room. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Just dismissing tackles. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.